We're live.
All right, you
All
guys
right,
know the
we're
drill.
live.
All right, all right, all right,
Running
all
it back.
What's the
right.
So
drill?
real, raw, unapologetic. So disclaimer, right? Real raw, unfiltered, bad language, strong opinions, unapologetic conversation. This time we're stepping away from the military talk and diving into that everyday life stuff. So um, why this topic? We've talked a lot about the uniform and the stories and all that good stuff, but obviously that's not the whole picture about who we are, what we do, what we've done, and what we are continuing to do. So obviously we're much more than that. For these gentlemen, their fathers, husbands. We're all gamers. We all have our different hobbies, and most importantly, we're all dreamers in our own right. So today, talking about that life beyond the uniform and how we balance everything, and the things that keep us moving, keep us grounded. So with that, Miggles, let's start with an introduction from you, real quick.
All right, my name's Miguel. Obviously, I've been doing this for a little while now. Served again 13 years. Father of three. Married twice. Just living the dream, man. Trying to make it one day at a time.
Yep. All right.
Simple, short, to the point.
Yeah. My name's Ephraim. Father of two. And a husband. Only married once. Trying to keep it that way. Uh,
Listen, you haven't lived, man.
don't even, bro.
Listen, I'm just saying, you haven't lived.
uh,
just working, living life, trying to chase some dreams. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
always. So, Lucy. Um, Keep it short. I'm just a dreamer out here living my best life. Just chasing that next high outside of the uniform, right? Um, so I'm gonna talk about some of the different things and questions about um, what is it that we're all focused on right now, whether it be for myself, school, Miguel, any friend, yourself, job, any side things, any professional things that you guys are striving for. Um, who wants to kick that off on what your current focus is?
Well, I can. I mean, I can start off. So I've been kind of doing this a little less than you now, Ethan. Right in my career now, where I'm at, you've been where you're at a little longer.
Yeah.
So I guess we could start with me. Um, so yeah, I would say my focus right now would be my son, my wife, kind of focusing my time on them. Um, it's kind of hard, when you're trying to establish yourself and make it, quote unquote, in the real world, that you kind of lose sight of that. So I've definitely taken a step back from my day to day, 9 to 5, and have kind of geared my priorities towards them. So like I'm on a work trip now, but my wife is with me. We're in a hotel, and kind of just doing more of that, just kind of spending more time, as much time as possible, because I don't have a lot of time. I work crazy hours. I'm always on call, always answering the phone, always needing to be available. So I've kind of, or I'm trying to take a few steps away from that, and again, gearing my focus on the family.
Priorities, man. It's much deeper
In
than
in
those.
in a nutshell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
E?
I mean, yeah. The since the school year started, because my wife's a teacher, special education teacher. Uh, it was weird this year because we had just gotten back from vacation from Alaska. So like, as soon as we got back, bro, she started work the next day. So it was like, as soon as we got back, I had to get out of that staying late for work, making overtime. The kids are about to start, so I got to figure out what time I got to actually leave work. That work life balance, and I'm a gamer, so trying to fit that in too
Yeah.
was like, it was rough, dude. It was rough, but within in these past few weeks, like I mean, it was rough. You know, she comes home exhausted. I'm exhausted from walking the warehouse all freaking day. The kids are all over the place because they're kids. Uh, but slowly but surely, I got into better habits, and that's my thing. I was in some really bad habits, so I had to bust out of that. But I found
Yeah.
it, trying to keep the house clean as clean as possible. It's not going to be the cleanest at all times. You know what I'm saying? They're little kids, bro. But at least trying to help get the kids to pick up their toys, make sure the dishes are done, make sure the laundry's in the washer ready to go when we're gonna wash. Just make because if she's not gonna be there to do those things, I gotta step up too. You know what I'm saying? I can't just let this house. It's my house too. I can't just let it fall apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, there are days where I'm lazy as shit. Straight up, I'm just I don't want to do nothing. But sometimes those lazy days, bro, they get the best. They get the best of me for real. They really do. But
I think we can all relate to that. We've all been there.
yep. But like
Yeah.
like I said, that
Just
balance,
being human, man.
that balance with school, and then now we put the kids in like activities, extracurriculars outside of school. Like my boys in martial arts, so Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I gotta work that in too. Uh, and then trying to run, bro, trying to find the time to run. But it's not a bad thing because if I wait till the last minute, it's cold outside. It's nice and cool at least. And then I don't like getting up early in the morning, bro. I know I don't like to. I'm joking.
This student is
Listen, man, the only
Hey. I'm getting it though, bro. I'm getting it while I'm running. All right.
I'll tell you what, man. The only running I'm doing is to the beer store.
I run. Hey, we should do the 1 mile beer run, bro.
Nah, nah,
Every
nah,
quarter mile
no,
you
no, no,
jump
no,
on,
no,
and
no.
then
Because
you run another quarter mile.
no, I don't want to do that. No, did my time. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. You do it. What about you, Luce?
Oh,
For me, I think the biggest thing I'm focused on right now is finishing up my MBA, my master's in business administration with a concentration in artificial intelligence and business analytics. So obviously, before we jumped on, I was finishing up some homework, doing some Power BI stuff, and creating dashboards and all that not fun stuff. But
yeah.
that's my focus is finishing that, which at this rate I should be finished by February, and I will have my graduate degree, which I never thought in my lifetime I would be saying those words of
And you're the first in your family, right?
for the masters. Yeah,
Yeah, for the masters.
Yeah,
yeah.
he really is.
That's
So and
that's huge, man.
it is and unfortunately, because the way we were brought up, you understand also Hispanic households is like you're supposed to do X, Y, Z, and then A, B, right? So the
Yeah,
next checklist, and unfortunately, I'm not. Even when I got my bachelor's degree, because I just got it within this year, and immediately went into my master's. Is I didn't really feel anything because it felt like that it's expected of me that I should have had it 10 years ago. Um,
yeah,
so and unfortunately, still feeling that way even now with my master's. But as I've alluded to you guys as well before, I'm I've also made the decision that after I finish my master's that I want to go into the PhD route and continue that education. So for me that's all my focus is. I'm not married, don't have kids, so it's just work, school, personal life.
yeah.
So that's really all I'm focused on right now. I don't have all those other responsibilities, besides of course maintaining my relationship. And then like my other biggest, but that's a grown ass person who's capable of taking care of themselves. I don't have to worry about. Um, but my dog, like that's all I have responsibility for. So my focus is on a lot of that personal growth and development, because I have big career aspirations. Um, and I'm one of those that I don't settle. Once I accomplish this, and I've been here for a while, I want the next thing. I think that's just one one huge thing that has been instilled in me even before the Marine Corps. I think the Marine Corps really played a big part in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my big focus is finishing up this degree so I can go to the next one and continue my professional development. Um, but as I was talking earlier today, it's like, man, I'm fucking tired. I'm exhausted.
Dude.
I've been in school for over the last 3 years now.
While
'Cause
working full time.
while working full time, and I've been doing a different program where I haven't taken a single break. It's just like back to back courses. I haven't had a summer off, haven't had a winter off or anything. It's just been back to back. So I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but I have this goal that I'm trying to obtain, and I will do everything to obtain that goal. So again, that's my focus right now. But outside of that, what are some of those hobbies, passions that we have separate from our families, our partners? Like what keeps you guys sane? What fills that cup?
Oh man, I feel like I have a lot of hobbies. Too many hobbies. Obviously, the motorcycles is a big one.
Yeah.
Recently, I've gotten into like drones. That's been my new thing. Before that was kayaks. I was doing that for a while. I bought two within like a month. Before before that, I don't know. Yeah. Photography was a big like outlet of mine. Like during pre-COVID, when I was still in school and doing all that and active duty. Then COVID happened and that kind of went away because I was into the street photography and people aren't out, so can't really take pictures of people when they're in their house.
Yeah.
Social distancing.
Something quick we can do.
Yeah. So I did that, and I still do that from time to time. I'm actually working with my wife now and getting her like up to speed with photography because she's interested in it now. We just got her little camera she can mess with. But yeah, I'd say like my big thing now is drones, which is still kind of geared towards photography, videography, because it's still a passion of mine. It's like the artsy side of me, I guess. I like to kind of dabble and experiment and see, what I can create. So that's always been fun. Building computers is another, again, I have a lot of hobbies, so keep myself busy.
You do. I will say, admittedly, with the drone one being the most recent, I think you're also using that hobby as a great opportunity to capture a lot of those moments with your son.
With my son, yep.
So I think that's a very unique and very tailored to the new generation of things.
Yeah.
So every time I see it, it's
yeah.
It brings
and I will
seeing you do that.
Yeah. And I'll say this, right? One of my biggest regrets, and I might have alluded to it in the past with you guys. One of my biggest regrets as a younger, person, not necessarily a younger service member, but also that was not taking enough photos in the moment. I always just lived in the moment and I never captured any of those memories.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back and I have no photos, almost none of the time I served, my girls when they were growing up, when they were my son's age now. I didn't capture a lot of that, that life, that those experiences. And I didn't, they came and went. So that's a big reason why I'm into it now. Trying to just, capture as much as I can while I can,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure. Am I next?
E?
No,
the
sorry.
rotation. Don't act dumb.
hobby wise, I got a few. Music is my go-to to keep myself sane. I mean, I still play drums all the time. I got my drum pad out. I get my sticks. Just go through music, even if it's for like 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. I mean, it keeps me sane, keeps me going. I also got a bass guitar, and I was thinking about getting that. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Rocksmith came out with like a subscription service. I was like, oh, that's dope, but I got to get a cord to connect my guitar to the PlayStation because the one that I had before for Rocksmith doesn't work anymore. so I got to replace it basically. But I had my bass and I wanted to get Rocksmith so I can learn how to play bass a little bit more. But bro, I gotta pay no $20 for a fucking monthly subscription if I ain't gonna use it that much. You know what I'm saying? Like I already got enough subscriptions.
That's what the trial. That's what the trial versions are for, man.
Bro, the trial was like
That's how they
6
get you, bro.
days. Yep. It's
That's how they
6
get you.
days.
You're locked in.
That's it. No, but playing music is still pretty big for me. Of course, you guys know I'm a gamer, you know, so that's my go-to if I. But I play a lot of solo games too. I know we play multiple
Yeah.
most of the time, but it's nice to have a lot of solo games in my like backlog because if I have to pause it or set the controller down to focus on the boys or whatever, I can step away and not have to, you know what I'm saying, worry about, man, he stepped away, we're about to start this round. Nah, sometimes it's better that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll just play by myself.
Listen, man. You already know.
You get
Lucy,
it.
gaming handheld, man. The gaming handheld, bro. It's those gaming PCs, those handheld PCs, man. We didn't even touch on that, right? Like
Bro,
we all
ship
game, right?
Yeah,
I do need to
I'm
ship
still
it.
waiting.
Ship it, bro. Damn, still haven't shipped it.
Bro, I didn't ship it, man. I didn't ship it, but yeah, you're right, man. You're right.
Yeah.
Gaming's a big one for you,
Yeah,
for us.
I mean, yeah, for real. I mean,
Yeah.
it's another way we keep in touch without calling each other or whatever. We get online. We could be, dude,
I
we
mean-
could be gone for like three weeks, and all of a sudden the 4th week we get on for like 5 days straight.
But honestly, man, this new hobby of ours, right? This new thing we're doing with the podcast is kind of filling that void,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what we did when we gamed, right? We just talk about life,
Yeah.
what's going
What are we doing?
on.
What we're up to? I mean, so that's,
Not to cut you off.
oh no, that's huge, and then designing because I went to school for it. I went to school for video game design, and I still do it from time to time. Again, now I got to work it into that daily balance. But I mean, I still pop it open and do an hour here or there. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep my skills up. I do that, and then I've been building Legos a lot because Finn loves Legos. So like, if we can get a good set, for him to play, he loves building like the monster trucks or the freaking, the vehicles.
That's cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so like I've been trying to teach him how to build it. So read the instructions, find the color, find the size you need, and put it together. Because you know how it is, Luce. When you build a Lego set, you're just like, damn, that shit was hard, but you feel accomplished.
Bro. Yeah, that's why you guys obviously can't see it here because of the angle. But I got my Slave 1 from Star Wars, bro. Boba Fett, Jango Fett.
Oh
ship.
yeah.
And I started that shit, dude, when I was on recruiting duty. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have time in the evenings and the weekends to take care of it. But here, let me. Maybe towards the end I'll pull it up. And I started it on recruiting duty, not thinking anything, bro. It took me 3 months to finish this damn thing. That could have taken me like maybe 2 days, but when the sense of accomplishment, bro, when I finished it.
That's what I'm saying.
And that thing, I've moved 5 different times, I think, actually, with it. And it's fallen, bro. And I like did one of those like you when you drop your phone, you like kick your leg out.
They got that tight.
and luckily I caught it and like bounced it. And it's still, and dude, it would break my heart if that thing broke completely because the level of effort I put into it at the time, is just so.
So that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, and
That's funny that you bring that up because when I was going through, hold on, I'm getting some dictation here. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, this stupid headset. So when I was a younger person going through my struggles in life, right? I was seeing a therapist, counselor therapist, and one of my outlets was Legos. So because of my need to be in control of things, or the situation, because there were situations that I couldn't control, and it was just a coping mechanism to deal with that whole thing. My therapist had me build Legos. So at one point in time, I had like a whole fucking town of Lego houses that I would just and maybe it's the OCD in me, or I don't know, but I would just meticulously build away at the Lego houses, and I build the houses, build the roads and the grass and the cars and the people and the grass. I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good outlet. Legos are fucking awesome.
That's very insightful.
Yeah.
Very insightful.
Legos.
But yeah, that definitely similar to you guys. A lot of different hobbies and things passionate about. Legos obviously is one of them. Music was one, never to the level or extent that Efren had. But I think for me over the last 5-10 years, the biggest one I will say is motorcycle riding. I'm by far
Hard.
not the best. Yeah.
No, you've gotten into it hard.
I have. It's my peace. I think it allows me the escape from everything, where it's like the only thing that matters is the fact of is staying the fuck on this bike and staying on the road. Like that's all that matters. Nothing else matters at all. It's just staying up. And then of course other hobbies. Recently within the last 5 hours, just went and purchased another big ticket item of a car. Because cars are also a big passion that I stepped away from for a while, but I'm wanting to get back into it. But also video games, a huge one. I play everything and anything. Our younger brother called me earlier today and was like, "Hey, you trying to play Madden?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't got it." He's like, "Come on, get it. Like, we can game share." I'm like, "I already game share with Efren, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Fuck it. All right, I'll get it." So I got it, downloaded it, and then we're right there just playing head to head in Madden 26. Whooped his ass.
And you like it? I can't stand
not
Madden.
really, but
I suck.
it's
I suck.
it's just one of those things of right, the whole, kind of similar to this is it.
Yeah.
It's allowed that connection, and
I feel like you'd
relationship-
rather play F1 Manager or something. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Dog, F1 Manager is hard. I have it. I have it.
That's why I made the
It's
comment.
not easy.
It is
bro.
so hard. But it's just another one of those things to stay connected with my younger brother, and
Yeah.
my relationship with him is it's the strongest relationship I have with anybody. Hands down. And so we don't play a whole lot of video games together because we typically have different games that we like.
Genres, yeah.
Yeah, but that was one. It's like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. So yeah, there's a lot of those different passions that keep me sane outside of work, because I'm one of those people that I believe one of my things in life is just to live the best life I can. And to some people that may not make sense how I do that. I had 4 motorcycles at one point. Now I'm back down to 3. I have 3 cars. It's an ever going cycle, and for me, I love it. I love being able to do that. And people are like, "That's fucking stupid," and that's okay. You can think that, doesn't bother me, because to a level, it is dumb to do that. But that's just who I am.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's dumb.
But your point is like I've leaned very heavily into that passion, and I'm unapologetically that person. That writing is my personality now. Of course, I have other interests and things like that. But anyways, I'll go ahead and digress from that, because I can talk about my passions and hobbies and shit all
Yeah.
day.
Korean
All day
barbecue
long.
is also a hobby of his, just so you know.
What is it? What is it?
Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue, bro. Don't get me
Oh,
started.
listen. Hey. Ramen is one of my hobbies, bro.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, ramen.
And
bro.
pho.
Eating.
Pho's been
Fucking
not up there.
That's good, bro.
Eating, just eating in general, bro. I'm BCP, bro. BCP. But
Listen.
it's funny you mentioned that, because Andrew, a buddy of ours, who's staying with me, he went to go check this car out with me on Tuesday that I was potentially gonna buy. Ended up not pulling the trigger on that one for various reasons. And before we left, I'm like, all right, we're gonna go do this thing, and then after we're gonna go to Korean barbecue to celebrate me buying this thing. And didn't buy it. And I'm like, fuck it, we're still going to Korean barbecue.
It's the pre-celebration for when we actually get the car.
Yeah. So it is funny because I got back from getting dinner and grocery shopping, and pulling back into the driveway, and he had just gotten to the house too, and he gets out of his car, open up my truck door, and look at him, and he looks at me because he saw the car. We just started laughing, bro, because he's just like, that's who you are.
Stupid.
I mean, it's what I do, man.
Listen, man, you're adulting just fine.
So, like, the way I see it is, I worked hard to get here to be able to have those freedoms and do that,
Yeah, bro.
and know that it's not going to affect everything else.
Yeah.
So shifting, of course, before I go on a tangent and pull one of you guys that go on and on and on. As far as like work career wise, right? Obviously, we've talked about what we do in a couple episodes, so I'm not going to really dive into that. But what would you guys say was the hardest part about finding your place in the civilian workforce?
I mean, I guess I can start again, right? So my biggest struggle, and I struggle with this every day, is that people don't, across the board, in the company I'm in now, but I think this is just census across the board in any company that I've probably worked at. People don't put in the same amount of effort that I do, and I feel it's hard to kind of juggle that or cope with that, because I don't know how to put it nicely. People tend to put in bare minimum, and it fucking drives me nuts when I commit 100% of my time. I commit to the mission first. That mindset where mission accomplishment, get the job done, get it done right, and then just give it my all. And people don't have that same outlook, and people take advantage of the situation, and that's been really hard for me to kind of deal with and navigate through. So, like I mentioned earlier, when we started, I've been taking a step back with a lot of my response. I have 30 guys that work under me, right? So it's a lot in itself, on top of collateral duties that I have to deal with. So I've kind of just taken a big step back and said, no, you guys can fucking just figure it out, because I don't get paid enough for this. This isn't worth my mental health. I think I talked to you, Lucy, maybe both of you guys, last week or the week before last now, where I had to call my wife. My blood pressure was through the roof. I had to call her because I just got real dizzy spinning at work, and I gave her a call, like, hey, or a text of, hey, I don't feel good. I don't think I can drive. She came. She works right near me. She took my blood pressure. It was like, again, like I said, real high, and she's like, you need to go to the ER. You need to go to the ER. I'm like, all right. Well, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. Yeah, my wife's the nurse. I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. It's not that bad, I'll work through it. That's my mindset, right?
Yep.
She calls the big guns. She calls my mom and lets my mom know what's going on, right? So my mom's giving me an earful about, you need to take care of yourself, giving me the speech. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna go. And I tell my boss, like, hey, this is what's going on, and this guy just keeps walking. Okay, like, getting care, or maybe he did. I don't know. But I'm like, all right, man, what the hell am I doing? I just went. I got seen. I was there for like 2 hours. I just went home. I didn't call him. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Last week, I gave my HR my paperwork, my diagnosis, vertigo, by the way. It's a real thing that it comes and goes. There's no rhyme or reason why.
Yeah.
I was given a medication where I can't drive. You can't operate machinery.
Yep.
So let me let HR know because I know this guy didn't because he could care less.
Couldn't care
And
less.
that's just he couldn't care less. And that's just kind of the mindset or the approach I have to take now because I'm realizing that
No one
and
gives a
used to
fuck.
hear this lot. Used to hear this a lot in the Marine Corps, right? No one cares about you more than you, right? Your
Yep.
career, your progression. No one cares about your career goals and progression more than you do. It's up to you to take care of yourself. So in this flip side of things, it's same in the civilian sector. No one cares about you. You got to take care of yourself, or people will take advantage of you until you fucking fall over and die. One extreme. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
that's
think
that.
that's a big one. Is at the end of the day, no matter what machine you're part of, it's going to continue without you.
Yeah,
Your replacement is going to be there eventually. Whether you're there, whether you're not there, your replacement is going to show up, and you have to prioritize what's best for you, whether it be professional or personal. At the end of the day, the job's the job, and it's going to move on without you, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But what about you? Let's say you, friend. What about you? What was the hardest part about finding your place?
I mean, like Miguel said, like our work ethic is incredible compared to others, compared to anybody these days. Like I had like today, I had to go do inventory. We did it on today on a Sunday because we usually do it on Wednesdays, like early in the morning. But my boss was on vacation, and I'm still learning how to do run reports and shit like that. So he wanted to. So that's why they hired me for too. Not just so he can have a counterpart, but like, bro, if you get like 7 weeks vacation and you're not taking all your vacation and you can't trade it in to get paid, you pretty much just lost all your vacation. It's not like the Marine Corps where your 30 days can at least roll over until you get like 65, 70, and then they tell you, hey, either use it, lose it, or sell it. Well, you got that
yeah,
option. So I always tell my boss, I said, take your freaking time off. I said, I can handle
yeah,
myself. If there's something, because I'm still new to the job, I've only been in for a year. I said, if it's something that I can't figure out, like I'm going to do every freaking step before I give you a call. Period. Like,
yeah.
what was it? Like Wednesday. Something happened where a bunch of like half-liter club plaques, right? 24, it's like 24 bottles in a case, but they sell it at like Sam's or Costco, right? And that's it. The
Oh,
whole
the
case.
bulk,
Yeah,
the bulk.
yeah. The
Yeah,
bulk, the 24 case or whatever. So what happened is a lot of it was damaged. A lot of it was out of date. And some of it was good, but we had to restack it. So what we did is we damaged everything out, right? That was bad, got rid of it. And then what was good, we scanned back in, like we restacked it so it wasn't like halfway leaning like this. You know what I'm saying? Because the clubs aren't going to take that. They're picky. So we restacked everything, we did everything we had to do. But for some reason, like, we had 120 cases, so it's 2 pallets, so there's 60 on each pallet. 120 cases. We sold those 120 cases. Why did it say we were negative 120 cases when we had 120 cases? So now we're like doing the math and doing this, and bro, I did everything. Looked at past inventories, like, because the past inventories will tell you, like, here's what you did on this date, here's what you did on this date, here's what you did on this date, all for the same product. So you just got to scroll down and like figure out whether you were over last inventory and now you're under. So now it evened itself out. You see what I'm saying? So there's like a bunch of steps
yeah,
to figure all that shit
yeah.
out.
I know
But
exactly what you mean.
but like, and that's what I'm saying though. Like, I had this work ethic, and I'm on hourly, bro. I'm not salary. I'm sitting there for freaking 10 hours a day, freaking doing this shit. Like my work,
Okay, at least you're getting paid for it.
yeah, facts.
Yeah,
But
for
like
real.
At least you're getting paid for it.
today he was like, go home, I got it. Because I've been there all week by myself. He goes, go ahead, I got it.
Yeah,
But like work ethic, bro, is crazy. Because even when I started at Dr. Pepper, I learned it fast. It's not hard. Like the picking part is not hard, dude. Once you figure it out, like y'all would be like, I don't even know why these dudes complain. This is the easiest thing in the world. And like, we're not telling y'all to be
Yeah.
fast. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted quality. We want you to pick the right stuff and just make sure it's there. And if it's not there, tell us. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
co-
I get that.
but switching from picker to inventory, that was rough. That was rough, bro. Because I went from union to company man. You know what I'm saying? That was a whole, like, it just completely different.
Just different mindset, or
Yeah, different. Well, you know, I can't just jump on a forklift.
A different set of rules.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
jump on a forklift because that's a union job. I can't touch a walkie rider like I used to.
There.
You know?
Oh, there's a guy for that. There's a guy for that. There's a
Yes,
guy for every
yes,
role
bro.
or function.
But I
I
mean,
got you.
but since I was working on day shift, the day shift guys, they were like, if I had to like put returns back or whatever, you know, the stuff that came back and just needs to be put back in the inventory, it was whatever. You know, I would ask the guys, hey, do you mind? Nah, man, it's whatever. We know you're not fucking around on it, and we know you're trying to get, you know, help us out. But I'm being serious because, you know, some of those guys have been there for years, bro. They've been there for 25, 30 years. One guy's been there for almost 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You do one little thing and they act like you're pissing their Cheerios.
yeah, bro. Or they're like, hey, why is that guy over there? He's not, you know, why is he touching that? Okay, are you gonna do it? No.
I wish. I wish that's how it was where I was.
Then why are you complaining?
Bro, I wish my job had that mindset, because being in a corporate position, you wear a lot of hats that you shouldn't wear. You're filling in roles that you shouldn't fill. Like I last week I was dealing with a $28,000 inventory variance. I'm not the parts department. There's a parts manager. There's a procurement manager. There are people that do that, but they just don't do their job well. So they rely on me and my boss to kind of offset that and help them kind of remediate and get the numbers right. So that's why I'm out here in California now.
Yeah.
It's to do inventory for our big customers. We have a customer at Intel and a large data center in the area. So I have to make these numbers make sense, because
Yeah.
people that should be doing it don't do it.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
But anyway, not to.
But I mean, the work ethic is huge, bro. Like that was a huge one. I mean, I got noticed for it a lot. Like even before that, I was at Amazon. I was at Amazon for like 2 years, and even they noticed it. You know,
I didn't know you were at Amazon.
yeah, I was what they call the stower. It's stowing, but basically you're just taking the product that like received, and they put it in these like big old containers or small containers depending on the warehouse you're at, and you put it into
Yeah.
you know, these big old like robotic bins, bro. These robots take these bins, bring it to you. You put them away. And
The
then
automation. Yeah.
and then someone else will pick it. But even at Amazon, I got noticed. In the oil field, I got noticed when I was out there for a little bit. When I was spraying, you know, bed liners in the back of trucks, I got noticed. I always get noticed for the hard work, but I've always noticed
Side
also
quest
that
right here.
hard work still never got me where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna say noticed by immigration, bro.
Always. No,
Dude was doing all the side quest jobs that it would get noticed.
exactly. But again, just because you work hard too and you got that good work ethic, this is the only place that actually noticed it. Aaron noticed how hard I
Listen,
worked,
man.
how many questions I freaking asked and shit like that.
Yeah.
He's the one that got me this
But-
promotion. You see what I'm saying? But all those other places, bro,
Yeah.
they were just like, "Oh, great job, good for you."
Listen, man. One of the biggest things. One of the biggest things, real quick, that I've struggled with is that good workers, and as a manager, I have to deal with this on a regular basis. Good workers get rewarded with more work.
Yeah,
It's nature, nature of the beast, man.
Why?
Because shitty workers don't pull their weight, and it sucks. It sucks.
And other managers are
Yeah.
like, "Well, I know he's gonna do the job and do it right. So, hey, do you mind doing this for me?" I get it.
Yeah.
I've been there. Yep.
So for both of you, you will say that the work ethic, from the civilian side of things, is what was the hardest part about adjusting to the civilian workforce.
I would with that work
Is
ethic.
what I'm gathering.
It's like if we compare it to the Marine Corps, at least us as leaders, even though I didn't leave as a leader, but even as a leader, like we can tell the lazy fucks to be like, you know what, come here, and they're gonna get an ass chewing, and then maybe some some light hazing or something. In the Marine Corps or in the civilian world, you can't do that shit. They get all
Character
butthurt.
development.
They get all butthurt,
Character
bro.
development.
Yeah, they get all butthurt though. They're like, "Ay,
Yeah.
me duele, ay." You know, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Like one time, I saw this dude pick up a case, bro. He had dropped it. It was clearly a damaged case. Put it back on the pallet. I said, "Hey, bro, it's literally 3 feet right there. Put it there. Don't be stupid." 2 seconds later, bro, I don't like the way you're talking to me, bro. Hey, bro, this is strictly business. Either deal with it or get the fuck out. Man, I don't like the way you talk to me, bro. Do something then, bro.
Yeah, but
Do something.
you got to be careful too, man.
I am in St. Louis. Yeah, I do gotta be careful. You motherfuckers like to shoot first,
Yeah.
ask questions later.
Oh man.
If they can even actually hit me. What's up, fool?
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, Ephraim and your fucking tangents, bro.
Whew.
You and your rabbit holes.
Me tangents? Have you seen Miguel talk?
You both of you. Anyways.
Whoa. I stay on course. If not, I circle back.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip my piece because you guys took way too. Ephraim took way too long in that.
Bro, just say your piece. Are you gonna fill in that beard of yours?
No. No, never. I don't know why. Okay, it's genetics. Blame my father.
Yeah.
It's difficult because, for me, as you both know, I had a very, very smooth transition out of the Marine Corps into the civilian workforce. So I don't.
Was it smooth? Was it apparently smooth initially, or are you realizing that it was smooth once you're on the other side looking back?
A little bit of both, and the reason why I say that is
because I feel like conversations we had in the past, it wasn't a smooth initially. You thought, getting out.
No. So in the moment, right, I felt it was as smooth as it could have been because
Okay, fair.
I already had I already had a job lined up. I already and because I was already working one job, and I left that job for another job all before I was even out of the Marine Corps. So I knew as far as job security wise, it was as smooth as it could have been. It was smooth because of that. I had a job lined up. I signed my DD-214 while I was working another job. I did all that stuff. And even now, in retrospect, it's like, yeah, as far as smooth as you can get, it was like from getting out of the uniform and just straight up just the civilian workforce was instant. But I think that the hardest part about finding my places was that camaraderie piece. There's none of that. Whereas like we go from that team mindset and everything that we do in the uniform.
Everyone's an individual.
Yep.
And coming out is everyone's an individual contributor. Everyone is out for themselves. So for me, I think that was the hardest part. But realizing that early on, I knew that going into my other roles. So I think that was the biggest piece of like it's no longer a team. Even when it was a team, the individuals were looking out for themselves. I think that was probably the hardest part for me, which again learned very early on and adjusted. My I guess technically third job out of the Marine Corps, which technically is actually my second job out of the Marine Corps. I got promoted into leadership very quickly within like my first 4 months.
Yep. Damn. Seriously. Yeah, I was thinking. I think I think if I had the opportunity to do it over again and not have to work, I think I could have done it better. And I say that because, since me and Alora both got out, she went to school and I worked, which was fine. Do you, One of us has got to bring some kind of money in besides just disability and, freaking uh, school money. So at the same time, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I got, until we moved out of Texas. But I think if I had the opportunity to do it the way she did it and not have to work, I think it could have been better. Because, yeah, my grades were good, and because it was an accelerated course. So, in a 4-year program, we did it in like 2.5. So it was fast, And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like, oh, here's 3 classes in 2 months. No, it was like every month was 1 class, period. That was it. You had a math class, an English class, a few other classes, whatever. And then for the most part, everything was like coding, designing, trying to do little things like that. And then at the end, you put like a game together, a quick one, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. We overscoped it, so we still passed, but we overscoped it. The scope was way too big for what we were trying to do. But anyways, a lot of it for me was because I was working. I failed a class at one point because being at the time I was in the union, the attendance policy was a lot more strict than it is like for me right now. You know what I'm saying? It was like we had 14 points. If you call in, that's 2 points. But it takes 60 days to get those 2 points back. Or 1 point back. Or some weird, crazy ass shit like that. So, yeah, it was wild. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, that, I do want to push forward. I gotta check to see where my GI Bill is at. I think I only have like 2 months left on it, so I don't know how far that's gonna get me. But I know you said, Lucy, at one point we can get the extra year. I know about that. I just have to sign up for it, right? Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good one. Yep. Yeah. But, oh hell yeah, dude. We freaking earned that. Nah, but yeah, freaking. It for me it was rough at times because the school is project based. You know what I'm saying? So like if we learned introduction to programming, right? So that was pretty easy. There wasn't really a project there because we're learning how to program, like actually code stuff. Next class, it was our first benchmark class. We're learning how to create blackjack while coding. How we can go from freaking doing introduction to coding and now we're gonna fucking make blackjack? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, but like I said, I passed it. It's one of my proudest moments. I want to take it back. If anything, I'd just go back and do it better. Like I said, if I could, yeah, if I could do it the way my wife studied, I think I would have done better, had better grades. Yeah, I did finish. Yeah, I did graduate. Dude, I'm telling you though, take advantage of it. Like Lucy said, take advantage of it, bro. Straight up, do it. Bro, you were doing schoolwork before we even started this thing. Yeah. Which we all have. Yeah. Uh, for me, when I got out, it was just me and Alora, and like I think we had two dogs at the time. Uh, so I mean, it was easy, but she was still in, and she, we talk about it all the time. She had some bad leadership. And she had so trying to figure out how to understand how she needed to decompress after getting out and coming home was hard. Uh, there's still a lot of learning with that, even to this day. Because me, I can like we talked about, we can listen to music. We can on the way home. I can go for a run or go for a walk, clear my head. She literally works 6 minutes down the road, bro. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got a lot of time from here to there. Uh, at first, we didn't want kids right away because again, she wanted to go to school. I wanted to figure out how to go to school. I mean, but or figure out what I wanted to do. So that was hard. Uh, but when Finn came around, that's when everything kind of shifted. It was now it's like real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real. So I think that's where like school took more of a back seat, and I think honestly that's where you know it was more about working. If I said if I can go back and do it again, that's why I would do it. But that's technically why I couldn't do it. Do it the way I wanted to go to school because had to bring that extra money in for the family, dude. Diapers aren't cheap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Formula isn't cheap either until like, oh, I know it's stupid, but I mean, when it came to family, it shifted. I mean, even not my direct family, like about her, like even that shifted. Lucy, you were still in. Edward was, I think still in high school when I got out, right? 2016. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I mean, when did he go in? Oh, just recently. Yeah, 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 dude. Yeah, yeah, dude. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like family for me shifted. Like I said, mostly when Finn came around. Yeah, me and Laura were close. Yeah, we went out and did stuff. She's my wife. But uh, yeah, it shifted a lot when Finn came into the picture. A lot, because it wasn't just me and her anymore. Now we have another person we gotta, you know, care and worry for. And that kid is me, bro. It's me. I know how I was when I was a kid. He's in Cabezudo. He's crazy. Uh, but yeah, I mean, oh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised the chancla didn't come at you from the fucking side. there's a shit ton missing from this story. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. Expect the expect the unexpected, because maybe that unexpected action or unexpected thing that happens will be something good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just a door that opens, bro. Straight up. I wasn't expecting to get this Dr. Pepper job, and all of a sudden it just came out of nowhere. Boom! I was like, oh shit, okay, I'll take it. It's better than where I was at. Just like you guys have told me before, if you can find something better, take it. And and my wife's the same way. She goes, if you're gonna get a new job, make sure it pays more than what you're getting right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I will be crying. All right, homies. We'll see y'all later.